What's going on, everyone? Togevoir here, and today I'm bringing you guys Week 1 of Season 7 of the NPL National Pokeball League versus Matty. Super hyped for this match, and hope you guys all are too. It's going to be a great one, rematch from last year's playoffs where we did come out victorious, so we're going to see if we're going to be able to do that again 2 times in a row versus one of the greatest players out there. Definitely going to be a challenge. So, just going to go straight into it. I don't have a ton of time to record this. I'm actually putting this the day it's getting up before I go to work, and we're doing this whole scheduling thing this season, so trying to get this out there. But next week I should be live recording games more often, so whether or not you like that or not, you'll see a increase in quality. But so getting into these two teams, you can see what Matty brought here. He brought Scolipede, Hoopa Unbound, Crabominable, Mega Blastoise, Bronzong, and Crocodile. Now, going straight into prep, you can see what I'm bringing here. And maybe I should have brought Slowbro because that Crabominable is looking quite scary. But I brought a bulky-ish Taunt Tornadus, I do believe. I don't remember my sets the best because this game happened a little bit ago. But I will be putting a Pastebin of my entire team in the description below, so if you want to see my exact spreads, my exact moves, go there and you'll get a more accurate summation of my team than I'm going to be able to give you right now. But I do know that this muck was a curse rest talk muck because it has the ability to set up on things like the Blastoise, and if Crocodile is gone, look at his team, it's absolutely decimated by it. So that's going to be a big threat. Next we have, I believe it's Banded, the Diggersby. It might be Life Orb, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's Banded because he has no immunity, so Return just absolutely smacks his team. Next, we got a defensive Trick Room Porygon 2 because aside from the Crabominable, it's able to wall out most of his team, get Trick Room up to get some outspeeds, put decent offensive pressure on his team considering he has nothing with reliable recovery, so it's looking very solid. Then we have Mega Mawile, just rocking a pretty standard set, trying to take advantage of that Trick Room from that P2. And then we got a Rotom that is pretty defensive and made that way to try to give me a semblance of a way to deal with Crocodile. Now, unless the Crocodile is running Superpower, plus knockoff P2 actually is a fairly good switch-in, but it means I'm losing my Violite, which makes it a worse check to things like Hoopa Unbound and Scolipede. So, with that in mind, let's hop right into this game. I decided to lead off with my Diggersby because I know that he does not have any good counterplay to this monster. And yeah, I am definitely banded, because I don't take Life Orb there. And I'm just going to stay in here, I figured the Crabominable would come in here, as he didn't know it was banded, either the Crabominable or the, okay, I'm going to pause right here, or the Crocodile, but I thought that was fine, because I'm like, oh, I can go to my Mawile, I can get the Intimidate off, live any hit. I'll take a lot, potentially, depending on what he goes for. But then I'll basically be able to get a kill in return. However, in my mocks and preparation for this game, no one brought it against me, and somehow I overlooked the fact that Crabominable gets Hyper Cutter. And because of that, the Earthquake is going to straight up take out my Mega Mawile, so before it can even Mega. So that's really bad. But I will just be able to go back into this, as he does just sack the Bronzong. Obviously, that's the correct play there. But I am looking very weak to Crabominable now. A lot of things on my team can revenge kill it, which is good, but not too great. Not too happy about all of that. So next, I just go into my, my muck because since it's rest, it doesn't really matter if Blastoise burns it because I can just rest that off and still be in a good spot. So right here, he goes straight into Crabominable, and I make that, I shouldn't have done that. I should have doubled out there. He obviously wasn't going to stay in. Now right here, I go for the rest, seeing what he wants to do, and that Ice Hammer does too much damage. So I definitely should have made a prediction there, back into my Diggersby potentially, into my Tornadus, but just try to do something. Now, I do get him here predicting close combat, because I didn't think he would go for 2 Ice Hammers in a row, because the second Ice Hammer would provide me a switch into P2, potentially. So I kind of thought the close combat would come in there, and I do get that right. Now, right here, I get a Bulk Up off, looking pretty good, and I am a Resto, I'm sorry, I'm Resto Chesto Bulk Up. I'm remembering now. So sorry about that at the beginning. He's going to go for Surf. And I'm like, okay, this is fine. I can 2-hit KO this, and then I actually outspeed the rest of his team, so I would be able to get another kill or force the Scolipede in. But obviously with Regenerator, I'd be able to come back in later. And this was a way to check Crabominable, number one, because my item is off. It can outspeed and basically kill the Hoopa Unbound. And Blastoise, if it didn't die from the next one, I was looking at the rolls, it probably wasn't going to die. I was going to switch out there and go back into my Muck, because with the item used up, Acrobatics is a fantastic way to check a lot of the biggest threats on this team. It can set up again potentially on Crocodile, especially if he doesn't have Stone Edge, because I'm not going to take anything from Knockoff. So it really gave me a way to do what I needed to this game. And that crit is really bad. Because after the way I mishandled the Mawile Crabominable situation due to my kind of stupidity, it puts me in a really bad position to win the game. Now the fact I don't have Torn there. So yeah, he's going to go for a Life Orb Mega Horn. I absolutely chew that. And right here, I am not going to risk going for the Trick Room. I don't believe I go for the Trick Room. Yeah, I just go for the Recover. And switch out into my Muck. And because I figured this would be coming in, all out pummeling, and I saw this in my mocks, I knew that was going to be, that Z Focus Punch was going to be coming for sure. Now right here, I go into Diggersby, and that's the easiest U-turn of my life. Now, I shouldn't have gone for U-turn. I should have gone for Return. But I don't know how much that really mattered, because P2 does put on... No, it didn't matter at all. Yeah, it was fine. And now he's going to bring in Hoopa Unbound. Now right here is where I make some misplays. So obviously going for the knockoff makes a lot of sense there. I go for Trick Room. Really hoping for status. Now if I got status on these turns, I had a real shot at this game, especially, if I got the freeze, obviously. Not saying I should count on that at all. But right here, obviously you can see I get that wrong. I kind of thought he would try to play for the Focus Punch. Not a lot of reason to, considering Hyperspace Fury did 49%, but I do believe that was closer to a max roll when I did the calcs, so I should have just tried to stall there. But I didn't, and that's bad. I got min-rolled there. I should have just gone into the other thing and quick attack, but because of that, I'm going to lose my Diggersby and a chance to lower the score more, which just really sucks. So, yeah, that's really unfortunate. And because of that, we're going to take the 2-0 loss to Matty Brolic. Definitely not the way I wanted this game to go at all. And the other thing was, too, that was really bad about that with the Hoopa. Let me go back to it. So, we're right here. Now, if that Volt Switch kills, right? If that Volt Switch kills, I come back into my... I go to my Diggersby here. After that has died, I have a turn of Trick Room. I was at 76%, so I gotta pull up the calc here to verify what I'm about to say. I didn't have any HP investment on my Diggersby, so it was pretty minimal. Get rid of that. And then versus a Scolip. No. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it wouldn't matter. As long as if unless he had superpower on his Scolipede, but I don't think he did, because he would have gone for it versus my P2, I'm pretty sure. So the game would have came down to a Mega Horn miss, because I believe his Scolipede was not, yeah, it wasn't. So the game would have come down to a, unless, quick attack 49-57. Yeah, it would have the game would have come down to a miss, because I would have had to turn under Trick Room. He probably could have protected out of it. I'm assuming he had Protect on that. So yeah, the game would have come down to a Mega Horn miss, which would have been a lot better than it ended up coming down to, which really sucks. Also, I think if the hacks hadn't happened, I would have had a much better shot at this game, obviously, so that really sucks too. But it is what it is. Aside from the Mawile play, I think my prep was solid. And aside from the Mawile play, and not considering the roll at the end, like I could have gone for a Wisp there to guarantee live, and then I don't know, I could have lowered the differential at the end, so maybe my end game play wasn't the best, but overall I'm not really disappointed in this, and it is only to a loss in week 1 to someone who is really good. Even if they did draft like a meme team, so like that sucks. Like team wise, this is one of my better matchups all season, so that really sucks that I blew that chance. But anyways, it is what it is. Not going to stress out too much about it. Long season, and I'll see you guys next week. We play Rob, Pokey TCG Gamer, and that'll be a fantastic match, so stay tuned for that next week. Also, you'll be seeing GPC uploads starting next Sunday as well. Aside from that, make sure you go check out Matty's side of the match and Matty's channel in general. Go to the NPL channel, drop a sub there. And aside from that, I don't have anything else to say, so I'm Togevoir, you're yourself. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!